Hey everybody, this is Wendy. Welcome. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I made a shadow box card last week and I wanted to make another one for you, except this time opening from the top. This is a vertical shadow box card. And I'm also featuring a little sneak peek here of the Color Your Season bundle. That's that framelit set that you just saw. I'm using Lilypad Lake and Tropical Chic, and I've actually already done all my stamping and die cutting because I just wanted to show you how to do the card. So you're going to take a full sheet of 8.5 by 11 inch cardstock, cut it in half at 4 1/4. So you have two sheets of 4 1/4 by 11. You're going to score the first one at 5.5 and then trim a 1/2 inch off the end. Then you're going to score this one at 1/2 inch, 5.5 and 6. Then you're going to do your die cutting out of the center there. It is just below that 1/2 inch mark, and it's basically in between the 1/2 inch flap and the 5.5 inch. FYI, if you're watching and you can hear a saw running in the background or hammering, as you know, if you follow my channel, I've got construction happening at my house. My choices are to either stop doing videos altogether or just simply do them when I can. So I figure I'm just going to do them when I can, and hopefully the background noise will not bother you too much. You can just pretend like you're here with me, enduring it with me. Okay, I've got these little cutouts from the Tropical Chic bundle, and this is Lemon Lime Twist, and then I've got a Flirty Flamingo and a Petal Pink Hibiscus that I'm adding over the top using Stampin' Dimensionals. This is the front of the card. Now, the card itself is insanely simple on the front, and that is because the inside of the card is a pop-up and it's extremely elaborate. So I really didn't feel it necessary to create a really elaborate front to this card. I'm using the sentiment that says going far is one thing, and on the inside I'm going to stamp, but doing it is another. The front says to see far is one thing, and then the inside says to go far is another. So essentially it's a congratulations card, I feel, for somebody who's accomplished something that they've really set their mind to and worked really, really hard for. So you can see here I've put a piece of tear and tape adhesive on that little 1/2 inch strip. I'm laying it flat with the inside of the card, lining it up with the crease or the score line, folding that front flap down, and then adhering it down so that it stays together. Now I'm getting all my little pieces here kind of organized in a way that I want them to be for when I put everything together. I pre-colored, stamped colored the little bird. That is a heron. So in one of my videos where I was featuring this bird, I called it a herring, and I knew as soon as I did it, that's a fish. So I thought it was kind of funny, but I never went back and reshot the video or fixed it or anything because life is short and I am busy and I just don't have time. So I actually have received some YouTube comments from people correcting me. I'm fully aware that there is a difference between a heron and a herring. Granted, if you watch that video, you would probably not know I knew the difference, but I do. I'm actually a pretty country girl, know a lot about like wildlife and animals and stuff like that just because of where I've grown up. So anyway, I called this a heron. It could be some sort of a crane, it could be an egret, it could be a lot of different things. It's a stamp, people. Let's not get our panties in a wad over a stamp, right? So anyway, if it's not a heron and you don't feel like it's a heron, no need to leave a comment and let me know that. It's fine. It's just a stamp. We'll all live, I promise. So anyway, adding these cute hibiscus, which by the way, I have no idea if these types of birds live in tropical locations or not, because the Lilypad Lake stamp set is obviously more of a lake theme and not a tropical theme. But I did not care. I liked the bird, I thought it was cute, and I thought it would be cute to add to the inside of this card, so you catch the drift. I've got a little strip here of gray granite cardstock, which by the way, hello people, one of my favorite new grays ever. It's got that warm tone to it. It is so, I just love it. In fact, I was thinking the other day, I want to paint a room this color. So, who knows, that could be in the future. I'm going to take this little strip. You could see it was oversized. I didn't even measure this. This is actually just a little strip of paper that was in my scrap bin, and so I wanted to use it. So I'm putting a little bit of adhesive on the back there, and then I'm going to add it to the back of the window that I die cut. Speaking of the window that I die cut, isn't it a beautiful shape? It is from our new blended season bundle, I think is what it's called. That's coming out August 1st is when it'll be available. I want to show you this little trick also. I got a little piece of glue there and it wouldn't come off, so I took this little sand eraser to it and it worked great. You can pick these up on Amazon. Just go to Amazon and search mono sand eraser and I'm sure it will pop right up. They're just a little bit gritty, and so if there's stuff that's right on the top of your cardstock, you can easily remove it and it doesn't leave a mark or anything. It's wonderful. Okay, so that's everything that I wanted to do on this part, and then I needed to build the stuff on the inside. So I cut off the tail ends, because prior to doing the video I did do a little bit of measuring just to get a little bit of an idea of where things would be placed and how they would go on. So I'm going to add more glue, and this is going to get tucked underneath the window. Now, I kind of wish I would have finished assembling the box part of this card before I would have added these pieces, because I ended up putting those two leaves that I just put down a little bit higher than I should have, and so it made the closure of the card a little bit tight. It wasn't a huge deal. It just, I feel like it could have been a little bit less tight and maybe open and close a little bit smoother had I not put those down first. But, you know, you live and you learn. So I wanted these leaves all just kind of peeking out from behind the window, and so that's why I arranged them the way that I did. I thought they would be fun. Now I used shaded spruce on the other leaves. I've used all kinds of colors for all the leaves that I've been playing with this Tropical Chic bundle. They're really beautiful leaves no matter what. So again, I'm using tear and tape adhesive to add to this back panel of this card. So you're just going to remove all the adhesive strips, and you're going to fold this piece over the top of the back of the card at the second score line. So then when you open it, it will pop up and you have this gorgeous shadow box. Isn't that fun? And then I always give it a little crease like that just to make sure everything's opening and closing well. And there's the sentiment on the inside. The one thing about this card is there's really nowhere to write a message except for the inside flap. So I could do that. I could open it up and write on the inside. Most likely I will take some sort of little note, sticky note, and put it on the back of the card, or maybe just there on the inside, and then they can remove it. Hey, thanks for tuning in today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see other videos from me, click on either one of the images that you see here. Click on the little circle with my face in it to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm almost to 20,000 subscribers. I would love it if you subscribed. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.